Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a lot going on today. It's a Friday while I'm filming this. We've got some machines just getting worked on, serviced, and all that good stuff over here on this side. And then over here we've got Mr. Harmon working on the ZFORCE 950 Sport 4. He's installing a CFMOTO audio system. This is the stage 1 kit for the ZFORCE Sport, and that has this touchscreen display, and we just got it mounted up. It's got the amp right in there and the speakers down here on the bottom. And this is also getting the stage 2, so you can buy either just stage 1, which comes with the screen and the 2 speakers down the floor, and then you've got a stage 2 option, which will put some speakers right back up in here. So sounds really good. I've done a couple of videos on this particular system, but I just wanted to show part of what's going on in this video, because we've got some other cool accessories we'll get to in just a moment for this particular build. But Harmon's got all the stuff out of it. You can install this at home, but we highly recommend you bring it in here to Main Street Cycle. Let us do it. Let Harmon, he's the master at these kits. They really look good, nice, and just a professional installation right here. But Harmon's got everything disassembled. He's got the whole center console all taken out and all that, and that's just simply so he can route his wires correctly along with the rest of the wiring harness from the factory.
It does tell in the instructions how.
Yeah, they're like Harmon's saying, the instructions that come with the kit are very well detailed. I mean, I think he's got them laid out over here, but they've got pictures and easy to follow steps. Let me get it to focus here. But really simple steps to follow, and just you can follow along with that, and you really can't go wrong as long as you go step by step there. It is a pretty big undertaking, just simply because of needing to be able to take everything out. I think you spend more time taking the seats and the plastic off than you do on the actual installation of the components. But either way, it's definitely worth the time, because this is a very awesome kit for the CFMOTO ZFORCE Sport. You can get this kit in the 4-seater or the 2-seater, so that's pretty awesome. But that's what Harmon's doing now. He's actually going above and beyond what the instructions say. He's putting a piece of foam on 2 sides behind the speaker, just to give some cushion, give a good tight pull. That way there's no rattles down the road in the future, and just gonna make it bulletproof, if you will. But you will have these bolts here. We added washers. That was a step that wasn't in there. We put washers in front of these bolts, and that's what's holding these speakers in place here. But again, we've got the amp here, and you also have a USB hookup and Apple CarPlay hookup right here. Now in the instructions, I believe it says to install it in the glove box here, but really after using this for a little while, we really find that it would be useful to have it out, because a lot of people like to still have access to their phone instead of having to have it in the glove box. Sorry about all the racket going on. There's a lot of construction going on outside here at the shop too. So we put it right down there in the center. You don't even really notice it. And then if you have a cord hooked up to it, you can have your phone right there in the center console, or sitting in your lap, whatever the case is, and you can access it while you're running your CarPlay and all that good stuff. So we've got, we're kind of jumping in the middle of this installation, but Harmon had the hood off earlier and he installed the antenna. Now this is a step that you can skip if you would like. We've skipped it in the past for other customers, because they said, hey, I'm just going to use my phone all the time. I'm never going to be listening to the FM, AM radio. But we wanted to install it on this one, and the customer wants it on there just in case they ever want to try that out. It does not look bad. Some people get nervous and think I don't want the antenna there. But in the instructions, this is where it will say to put it. But if you get it lined up just right and secure it like it says in the instructions, and you can kind of run this line here with the frame, it looks just fine. The amp here in this box, it says to mount it down in the bottom flush, but if you start to pack a bunch of stuff down in over it, you will, I mean, it can overheat a little easier. So what we did on this installation is we mounted it up against the back wall of the glove box, so you can still stuff a whole bunch of stuff down in here. I mean, this is a huge glove box. You can do it like this, or you can follow along in the instructions, completely up to you. But this is just a nice and tidy installation here. We're gonna route these wires down through the tunnel and secure them and get ready to install the upper speakers for the stage 2 side. So one other thing that's going on this build is the Team MSC Overhead Fans. And dude, that's gonna come in handy during these hot summer months, especially down here in the south. But we've got our Team MSC Overhead Fan. He's getting one for the front seat and the back seat. You've got variable speed controllers here, and then we've got LED dome lights that are operated with this push button there. And you can get different color back plates, of course. So that's going to be going on here in just a little bit. Then we've got our Team MSC 30-inch single row LED bar that's going to be mounted on the roof as well for this build. So I've actually got my 950 Sport 4 here as well, and I'm going to be installing, oh, I bet it got dark on y'all. I'm going to be installing the same thing, overhead fans on my 950 Sport 4. Here it is. It's a little dirty, been driving it, but it's going to be super hot over the next few months, and it can get hot in the cab of these Sport 4s. So we're going riding tomorrow at Rainbow Falls. So I'm trying to get these overhead fans in here so that I can go out and have a good time with the family and not burn up too bad. So remember, you can get those overhead fans at teammscparts.com. But anyways, we're gonna come back in here with Harmon and film some of the process here, and also just give them a little hand, and we'll get this job knocked out. So now at this step, when you're tidying up the wires, you're gonna need to get in head first into the machine and get your feet propped up just like so for support. And you can get up in here and really tidy these wires up, no problem. Oh my goodness. So with the stage 1 kit, it comes with the wires to run to your rear speakers. If you do a stage 2 kit, your stage 1 kit is actually what has the wiring harness for your stage 2 speakers. So just wanted to clear that up if there may be any confusion there. One thing I really like about this audio system is the ability to have the Apple CarPlay. And if you have any apps on your Apple phone, you will be able to use those, like your GPS or trail maps or lost riders maps, stuff like that. It'll work right there on the display, which is a really big bonus in my opinion. But the audio is absolutely great, especially with the stage 2. I mean, you're really surrounded by the speakers. They're positioned in the perfect spot for all of your passengers to really enjoy the sound of the music that you're playing. Well, that's a cool looking motorcycle. Old Indian Scout here, just getting some service work and a new tire. But just wanted to update you on where we're at with the install on this build. Already got the stage 2 speakers mounted up here. You can just kind of get a quick view of how that works. Harmon's already started running the wires for that. Let's just got these braces here, and just bolts down and just fits perfectly. So that's pretty cool. And he's also, while we're at it, we've already installed the overhead fans, and Harmon is just wiring it all up.
Running?
Yeah.
Light on?
Yeah, got the lights on. They're turning the fans on, just making sure it's working. Golly. Them bad boys are blowing. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right, still got a whole lot going on. Fridays are always pretty hectic. So we just got the roof going back on. Then we'll get the centerpiece back in, and then we'll be ready to mount that light bar. But looking good, man. I like how the speakers just kind of disappear inside the roof line from out. And just a nice sleek install. Looks really, really good. All right, guys, we're almost wrapped up with this job. We've got the 30-inch light bar mounted up. Harmon is now just routing the wires, and I think that's going to complete this job. We'll get the doors on after we get the wires mounted. Just got them out of the way. Not necessary, but it is nice being able to lay right in here without the doors in the way. And we're going to mount up a switch and route the wire down into the dash, wire it into the accessory bus bar that's up under the hood, and the light bar will be done. Remember, we got 40-inch light bars, 50s, 30s like this one, 20, 10, and a 6. So really awesome setup, really bright, nice material. You ain't got to worry about it. It's going to do its job. We also have LED pod lights now, so you can check that out. You can also search them on the website as Team MSC Cube lights too. All right, so we've got the overhead fans. My boy's excited. But we've got the Team MSC overhead fans installed in my personal unit. Looking good. I ended up going with the yellow, neon yellow, just because I couldn't think of anything else that looked good with the tan. But I think it looks all right. And it's going to keep us nice and cool and also give us some nice lighting inside. And then my dad's unit is done. Got the 30-inch light bar installed. Old Harmon did a great job on the wiring and everything. Dad's just learning how the screen here works on the stage 1 audio from CFMOTO. Just playing around with that. You can get a background. You can customize the background and customize the audio with the EQ. You do have buttons here, but of course it's also touchscreen. We've got the radio antenna here, and so he can listen to FM. He can also use Apple CarPlay. You haven't hooked that up. Well, you have to hook. You don't have iPhones, but mine does.
It even says you can mirror your screen and play videos on it.
Cool. Yeah, we'll have to play with that feature. So that's loaded with all kinds of goodies. We've got the fans in here as well, and got all the jams. So it's looking good, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. We've got so much more coming your way. We're actually getting ready to go. We're going to take the side-by-sides downtown to the Mexican restaurant, eat some supper. Remember to go to teammscparts.com for all of your parts and accessory needs, and also go to mainstreetcycle.com if you're looking for a new unit. So I hope to see y'all. Remember, we're worth a drive. Come to Main Street Cycle in Tishomingo, Mississippi. God bless y'all. We're going to go eat. As always, remember to keep it real. We'll see you in the next one.